Hey guys, it's here, Crazy Julian. Today I'll be bringing you guys some Mw3 gameplay. Well, not gameplay, but create a class. I will be making, some class setup videos, every week, I guess. Because every week I either prestige and I get new classes, better guns, and I will be making title and emblem, until I get to 100%, until I get all those titles and emblems. So right now, my game tag, if you guys want to add me, is Crazy Equinox. I'm level 58, 10 Prestige. I know I still have 10 more Prestiges left to go, which is going to take a little while. It's probably at least going to take me about like 3 more months. Because every single week I Prestige. Every week I Prestige. And, right there, my clan tag is bio, because I just wanted people to go see my bio. Because in my bio, I believe I have, my YouTube channel name and everything. So so let's get to my classes. So I have 10 classes, and these are my Moab. These classes are all the things that I really use. These classes benefit me a lot. It gives me a lot of XP. It ranks me up a lot. It helps me. It helps me perfectly fine. It just I don't know. I just love these guns. But so for my first class, I have the ACR 6.8 with silencer with 2 attachments. I don't know why I have 2 attachments on, because I don't have 1 attachment. I only have 1 attachment. Kind of an impact. Well, so my ACR I have silencer and impact. The silencer on it really, supposedly, they say it decreases the range. My opinion, it doesn't. It helps it actually a little bit more. To my advantage, it does. But I don't know about you guys. If it does to you guys, put it down in the description below. Not in the description, in the comments down below. And yeah, just tell me how the ACR with the silencer feels to you guys, right? So for my secondary, I have the MP9 silence. The MP9 is a really good secondary. It is kind of like a submachine gun, but with a lot of recoil. I believe the fire rate on this gun is about 850 or probably like that. The damage on it's probably from like a 20 to like a 39 probably. Some pretty high damage, but it is a really good submachine gun. It shoots far range too, as well. It does shoot far range, close range encounters. You probably will dominate, or you probably will win that gunfight. So for my perks, for my equipment, I have Claymore and portable radar. Claymore, I really love it a lot. I've gotten probably a couple of kills with it, probably about like 50 kills with it. So that's my equipment. So for my tactical, I have the portable radar, which is very helpful when you sit it down on a corner probably, or somewhere else. But what the portable radar does, which benefits most of your team in a lot of ways, it's when you throw it down, it's not just for you, it helps your team as well, because when you lay it down, it goes on their mini-map too. So it's like, it's your little UAV, but it's the whole team's UAV, so it really does benefit the team a lot. So for my first perk, I have Sleight of Hand Pro. Sleight of Hand Pro is, I don't know, I just have something with Sleight of Hand. I don't like reloading at slow times, slow paces, because with the ACR, of course, it's probably like a 2.8 second reload. So that's for my first perk. And the pro perk, if you guys never knew, it swaps weapons faster. So for my second perk, I have Hardline Pro. And Hardline Pro, it really is helpful. My first specialist perk is Scavenger. So when I get that first kill, because I waste a lot of bullets with the ACR, especially when I have Sleight of Hand instead of Scavenger, Scavenger and Hardline, it really makes a good combination, especially if you're using Scavenger as a perk in your specialist package. And yeah, so I know I'm gonna need ammo after I get that little first kill right there, So for my third perk, and Hardline Pro, it's every 2 assists counts as a kill towards your kill streak, and death streaks require 1 less death. Every time there's 1 less death and 1 less, when I get back that death streak, it makes me feel like I've died like 5 times instead of 4 times. So for my third perk, I have Dead Silence Pro, which the regular perk, the regular perk is your footsteps are very silent. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of this, but if you guys type it on YouTube, Dead Silence versus Turtle Beaches or Astros or whichever headsets you guys have, you won't even hear the person. Actually, I have Astros, and my friend, we did a test one day, and he was like, hey, you want to see if Dead Silence and Turtle Beaches Astros or Tritons, if it can beat the perk. And then I was like, yeah, I guess why not? And then we tried it out. So he was walking right next to me. I couldn't hear him at all. Like, truly, like, I'm being truthfully true right here. Whatever you want to say, like, I have nothing to say out of this perk because this perk really helps me a lot as well. And the pro is no falling damage, which is a really good combination. So for my strike package, I am using the specialist. The specialist package really benefits you in a lot of ways as well. It gives you a lot of XP every time you earn the, how can I say it? Every time you earn your perk, it either, like, when you get it, it'll help you as well. But every time you get it, it'll always, like, you earned scavenger 15 times, you earned it something times, you earned it how many times you have earned it. And, you know, it gives you a lot of XP when you're building up your XP toward your next level. And, yeah, so my specialist, I have Scavenger for my first perk, my second perk is Assassin, and my third perk is Quick Draw Pro. So, yeah, so that's my first class, and let's move on to the second class. So for my second class, I have, which is my rushing class, which is, of course, the MP7, because the MP7 is the best rushing gun out there. The MP7 is my favorite submachine gun, personally. It's generally the beastest submachine gun ever. That's all I can say about it. Like, there's no recoil. The rate of fire, it might be a tiny bit slower than, you know, most of the other submachine guns, but it still is generally the best submachine gun that I've ever used before in any Call of Duty. So for my submachine gun, I have the 2 proficiency attachment, which is, well, 2 proficiencies. I mean, not 2 proficiency, 2 attachment proficiency. I have rapid fire and silencer, which is a very good combination on, you know, the MP7, because the MP7 with the rate of fire plus rapid fire will increase the rate of fire. Of course, it'll probably go from, like, bump it up from 850 to probably like 1,000 rate of fire. So that's why I like the rate of rapid fire on the MP7. It really helps you a lot, and it really levels your gun a lot too, because the more rapid fire, the more, you know, the more rate of fire, the more kills, you know, more you can get triple sprays, triple kills, you know, triple headshot, whatever. So for this gun, I'm about to get a gold. When I get a gold, I will show you guys you know, gold gameplay of the MP7. And talking about gold, it's coming to my mind. I don't know if I should, like, since I'm a 10th prestige, I don't know if I should, like, stay at 10th prestige or, like, go to 20th prestige. I mean, I don't know, like, if you get to 10th prestige, it's been a lot of work, you know, like, you're really just gonna throw all of that to the trash again and prestige again. Yeah, I don't know if I should. If I should prestige, put it down in the comments below. If I shouldn't, you know, put it down in the comments below as well. So for my secondary, I have the MP9 with silencer. The MP9 is, you know, just exactly how I said it with my other class. It really benefits me in a lot of ways. Generally, it's one of the best secondaries as well. I mean, I'm gonna do a breakdown with the MP9, you know, FMG9s as well too. So that's my secondary. So for my level, I have Semtex, and, you know, Semtex is really good. When you can stick it to an enemy, and then he can run into, like, 2 more other enemies and get, like, a triple kill, like, you know. Or you can throw, like, to the domination flag, to, like, the B or C flag, you know, and you can probably get, like, a multi-kill, you know. So for my tactical, I have the portable radar, which is really good. Just like I said on my other class, it really benefits you and your whole entire team, you know. So for my first perk, I have Sleight of Hand Pro, swap weapons faster. As I said on my other class again, Sleight of Hand Pro, I just love it. It's extraordinary, fantastic. It's fascinating, you know. So for my second perk, I have Assassin Pro. This is one of the, I mean, I have to say, this is the best perk in the whole entire game. You're immune to counter UAVs and EMPs at the same time. Think about it. Like, they throw a counter UAV up in the air and an EMP. What are you gonna do? Stay away from it. You don't gotta worry about it. That's why I like this. And your red name of the other enemies, like, when their crosshairs on you, your name won't be targeted, you know. So your name won't come up. So you can act dead, pretty much. But acting dead in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, everybody knows how to look when you act dead, so don't try to act dead in Modern Warfare 3. So my third perk, I have Stalker Pro. The regular perk is you walk faster while you're strafing the enemy. By strafing, it's like you're aiming down your sights and you're walking, which is pretty much strafing, you know, like strafe jumping, strafing, like you guys know. And the pro perk is delayed detection triggered explosives, such as the bouncing Betty and the claymore. So it's like when you see a claymore on the ground or a bouncing Betty, you don't gotta worry about it. It's just gonna do that little clicking sound. It's not gonna explode. I mean, it's not gonna trigger. And when it triggers, it's only gonna, like, you can trigger it, but it's not gonna explode on you. It's gonna, like, if your teammate passes by, it'll explode on them, only if they don't have stalker. You know? So that is all my perks on my regular class, on my rusher class, and now for the strike package. As I said, specialist package benefits you a lot generally in your XP. I mean, I really love the strike package. You get extra perks. You get 7 kills or 8 kills. You get every single perk in the game, which is pretty beast. So for my first perk, I have scavenger because I know I'm gonna need, you know, some ammo right after I get about like 2 or 3 kills. And then I have blind eye because I hate getting killed by like attack helicopters, AH-6 overwatches, AC-130s. You know, that really pisses me off. So, and for my next perk, I have Hardline Pro, which benefits me in a lot of ways as well. So that is my first class. I mean my second class, and this is my third class, which is, you know, my blind man class. The reason I call it is because, you know, I'm kind of like an assassin in this class. So for my primary, I have the M16A4 with red dot sight, and the M16, it is a really good assault rifle in the American category. The iron sights on it pretty much suck ass, and personally, that's my opinion. And I don't know about you guys, but put it down in the comments below if you guys want to. I mean, if the iron sights for you work out really good, I mean, put it down in the comments below. I'm really interested in hearing that. So my attachments on it, I just have the red dot sight. It's barely level 2. I've barely leveled up. Actually, before I put this gun in it, I had the Scar L. Here, let me just put that gun right now really quick, right now that I have the time. Alright, so I pretty much have the Scar L now. Of course, now I have kick and silencer. The Scar L is, I believe it's Special Combat Assault Rifle Light. And there's the heavy version, which came out of Modern Warfare 2. So my attachments on it is the silencer, because the silencer is pretty beast on the Scar L. And yeah, so for my proficiency, I have kick. Personally, I've only put kick right now because, you know, it's barely level 8. That's the only proficiency I have. So there you go. So that's my first, my primary weapon. So for my secondary, I have a Stinger missile, level 2. I really use it a lot as well. It is really good, especially if you're gonna use blind eye. Like a Stinger missile on an attack chopper, an AH-6, a Pablo, it's like a one-shot takedown, you know. So the Stinger missile, it does earn you a lot of XP when you take down things such as spy planes. Let me see, you know, all that. So that's my secondary. And for my equipment, I have the Bouncing Betty, which is really good unless the enemy team or the enemy is using Stalker Pro. So Bouncing Betty, what it is, it's a German mine. Supposedly it was made in Germany in the times of World War II or World War I. And so it is a really good equipment. And so for my tactical, I have the Scrambler. What the Scrambler does, it's pretty much, how can I say it? It's like a counter UAV on the enemy map. Even though if your teammate doesn't turn on the counter UAV, it's like there's gonna be a little circle on the mini map wherever you place it in the middle, and it's gonna be like a little counter UAV when the enemy passes by. So for my first perk, I have Blind Eye, and Blind Eye, you're undetectable by air support and sentries such as AH-6, Reapers, AC-130s, and I'm trying to get Blind Eye Pro. I believe let me see how many do. Okay, I still need to destroy about like 30 more things in order to get Blind Eye Pro. I've only gotten Blind Eye Pro, I believe, twice. So yeah, so that's my first perk, and the pro version of it I already know because it locks on to enemy air support and sentries quicker. So yeah, so that's my first perk. That's my blue perk. For my red perk, my second perk, I have Assassin Pro. You know, as I said, this class is kind of like an assassin class, so you're undetectable by anything. So, you know, the pro perk, you know, the con is immune to counter UAVs and EMPs, which is really beast, man. Like, no lie. I know I'm talking about, I'm talking like a really noob right now. Like, you know, no life in gamer. I've got to say that. So, it is a beast perk. It's the best perk in the whole entire game, but I gotta say it's really overrated as well. It's not like Ghost, like, which is kind of underrated in Black Ops, but at least, like, I hate when a lot of people use Ghost and Assassin, but it's okay with me in Modern Warfare 3 because the pro version, at least it's the basest thing you can ever have, you know? So, my third perk, I have Dead Silence Pro, so that way they won't hear my footsteps. Of course I want to be an assassin in this class. That's why I call him Blind Man, because they'll never know where I am. I'll be like, you know, Scream the killer, like, you'll never know where he is. He'll just pop up from behind out of nowhere all of a sudden, you know? So, I already talked about this perk, so let's move on to my Specialist, because I always use the Specialist as well. In most of my classes, you'll see today that I use Specialist a lot. So, for my first perk, I have Scavenger, which benefits me a lot because once I get that first kill, I waste a lot of bullets on the Scarl, because the Scarl, of course, has a tiny amount of, how can I say, a tiny amount of bullets, you know, the mag is pretty short. And so after that, I have Sleight of Hand Pro and Hardline Pro. So that is my third class. And for my fourth class, which is the newbiest class, which you guys might think it's the newbiest class, but I really love this class. I am trying to get the Striker Gold. So it's my class, because once you see me with the Striker, you are done. Like, you won't survive. You won't survive! No, that's fine. But the Striker, I have level 17. I use the attachment grip on it because I believe the accuracy without grip really sucks ass. So, focus. What I want to talk about, focus on the proficiencies, which is one of the proficiencies on every single weapon in this game. It is very useful. You know how when you get shot, you know, you flinch a lot, like your gun goes up and down. Well, focus it, like, if you get shot, like, if you won't flinch a lot, so your gun won't move like heck up and down. Like, it'll probably just move like a tiny little centimeter up, and, you know, then it'll just come back down, and, you know, you won't get off target. So yeah, that's my primary, the Striker, which is pretty beast gun, even though we kind of nerfed it. So for my secondary, I have the FMG9s. I am trying to get them akimbo, and the silencer on it really kind of sucks, but to me, I mean, I barely started using it about like an hour and a half ago, the silencer, and it's personally become one of my favorite two attachments on the FMG9s. So for my equipment, I have the throwing knife with the portable radar. Throwing knife, you know, random throwing knife across the map, of course. I mean, I personally, like, my opinion, when I use a shotgun, I always use a throwing knife. Either throwing knife or C4. Talking about C4, I really want to change it to C4 right now. Alright, so, what the heck? Okay. So, right now, I have C4 and portable radar as my equipment and tactical. So, for my first perk, I have extreme conditioning. And I am trying to get this one pro as well. I believe, let's see, I'm about to get it pro. I've ran 11 miles so far. And the first time I ever got it pro was when I used the Spaz 12 so much that I even got it gold. And the gold Spaz 12 with damage and extended mags, I've just got like a bunch of Moabs with it. I probably got like 3 Moabs with Spaz 12 gold. And I don't know why my dumbass didn't upload those videos. But let's get back to the class. So for my second perk, I have Blast Shield Pro, resistance to flash and stun. I'm sorry, flood. I got mixed up with flash and stun right there. So Blast Shield Pro, the regular version. Let me check that out. It doesn't say. So the regular version, it increased explosive resistance. So you're gonna be pretty much resistance to flashes and stuns due to the matter of fact, even though you're probably gonna be a little bit damaged, you're gonna see the little red bar on the side of your screen which depends what side you get stunned on. So that's my second perk, which is Blast Shield and Blast Shield Pro. So for my third perk, I have Dead Silence and Move Quietly, reduce the effects of recon and no falling damage. I already talked about this perk. It is really useful. It defeats turtle beaches and astros, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. So for my strike package, I have the Specialist loadout, and for my first perk, I have Sleight of Hand Pro, Scavenger Pro as my second perk, and Hardline Pro as my third perk. So that's my class, if you guys want to call it that, I guess. And so let's get to my hello class. Well, this class I use it a lot in some, how can I say, it was search and destroy, especially like in the map Dome, because I have the perk Recon. If you guys don't know how to use Recon, I've gotten it pro. I got it pro in 9th Prestige. I got every single pro perk in 9th Prestige, every single gun in 9th Prestige. I don't know why I didn't do a video. I'm such a dumbass. Alright, so let's talk about my primaries and my weapons first. So my UMP-45, I barely have a level 2. I know it's a really low level. I barely started using it again. And it is a really good submachine gun, but I believe it is actually one of the lowest fire rated submachine guns in Modern Warfare 3. It has the lowest fire rate. I believe it's probably at about 750 fire rate. If you guys want to search it up, go to IGN.com. If you guys want to search all the details up from any weapon in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, go to IGN.com or just go to Google and type in IGN. And so that's my primary. I'm trying to get it to at least level, let me see, about like level 20, 21, over 20 at least. My attachments in the future will be, you know, 2 attachments. I will use rapid fire and silencer, or rapid fire and extended mags. So for my secondary, I have the FMG9s. I am trying to get them akimbos, of course, because that's why I use them. The FMG9s are really overrated secondaries. It's machine pistols, and they are really overrated and used with akimbo most of the time. Akimbo. Tiny little akimbos. They are used most of the time with akimbos, just letting you guys know that. So for my equipment, I have Semtex, which, you know, stick it to a, you know, to an enemy. A couple of other enemies are gonna pass by, you know, and you're probably just gonna get like a multi or triple kill, you know, you never know. So for my tactical, I have concussion grenade. It stuns the enemies and it slows them down, you know, it makes them blind and slows them down for about like 10 seconds. So for my first perk, I have Recon. Recon, if you guys don't know how to handle this, you guys, in order to get the pro perk, you have to at least flash or stun or, you know, damage the enemy with Semtex or concussion grenade. If you guys never knew that, that's explosive damage paints the target on the minimap. So explosive damage is, you know, Semtex, frag, or flash or stuns. So they're gonna come up like when you throw the advanced UAV up in the air, like, you know how they'll come out like the Blackbirds and Black Ops, you know, like the arrows pointing to which side they are at. So that perk really helps out a lot on search and destroy as well. So if you guys are really interested in getting the pro perk, it'll probably at least take you about like a day, or probably like about like 3 or 4 hours. Just keep stunning people every single game. Like, you know, it doesn't matter how much you die, just keep stunning people. And so for my second perk, I have Hardline Pro. It's every 2 assists counts as a kill towards your kill streak. Death streaks require 1 less death. Every time it's 1 less death, I feel like I died like 5 times already. So that's my second perk. For my third perk, I have Steady Aim, increase hip fire accuracy. Steady Aim is really good, and the pro perk, I've already had the pro perk a bunch of times. It's your weapons faster ready at, your weapons ready faster after sprinting, you know. So it's like, it takes forever for the crosshairs to come back up. Like in Modern Warfare 2, like, your crosshairs will be on every single time. Doesn't matter. It doesn't take a while. It doesn't say like it's gonna come back at this time or anything, you know. So that's my third perk. And so for my strike package, I have the support, as you guys see down below. The support, whenever I use support, I use UAV, advanced UAV, and EMP. Juggernaut, all those I really don't use, but the best one I have to say is Recon Drone. The Recon Drone, it really does give you a lot of XP. When you tag enemies, I believe it gives you 100 or 150 XP, you know? So tag of like 7 enemies, 50 points. How much is that? 120 XP in just probably like in a minute and 20 seconds, you know? So, you know, I always have, you know, UAV, advanced UAV, and EMP. So that's that class. And for my no rushing class, because this class reminds me a little bit of Modern Warfare 2, the campaign No Russian. I don't know why, but the RPG just reminds me, like, yeah, don't take it offensive. But so for my first weapon, I have the FAD, which is unlocked at level 78. People call it the FAD, the FAD, the FAT, FAD, factory, I don't know, archaeologist, dicks, or whatever, I don't know. So, I just made that up myself right now. I'm really retarded. If you guys, just say it to somebody else if you guys want to. Alright, so for my the FAD, FAD, or whatever, I have red dot sight. I've used this before. I've gotten the gold as well. And I will recommend you guys, if you guys get it gold and if you guys have every attachment, I really recommend always use silencer with holographic sight. It'll never let you down at all. Like, you guys are just going to be beasting the fuck out of the game. So that's my primary, and that's all I have to say about the FAD. Just in case if you guys want to ever use it, try to get 2 attachments, holographic, even though it's unlocked at level 16, and silencer. So for my secondary, I have the RPG, and I'm trying to get this cool emblem, but it's kind of impossible. You have to shoot. You have to get a double kill with an RPG, with one RPG missile. So it is kind of hard, but the best places to do it is in Dome and, them small maps like Hard Hat and, So for my equipment, I have Semtex, stick it to one and run into the rest. And for my tactical, I have concussion grenade, slows the enemy down, stuns them for about like 10-20 seconds. For my first perk, I have Scavenger Pro. Extra Mags is the Pro version, and it is a really useful perk. Instead of having 90 mags, it will give you about like 180 mags, And so for my second perk, I have Assassin Pro, immune to counter UAVs and EMPs. So Assassin Pro, best perk in the game, never lets you down. It's just so beast. But if it's so beast and it's so overrated, I don't get why. It's like you can easily get that perk in about 10 games. Just let them throw up 20 UAV games, kill 20 enemies while 20 UAVs, I believe, are up. It's pretty beast. And so for my third perk, I have steady aim, increase hip fire accuracy, and the pro version is your weapon is ready faster after sprinting, which I already talked about it in the other class. It is a really helpful perk, especially like, the bullets, like, they spread all over the place, and like, they'll just spread on one person with steady aim, So for my strike package, I have the assault, as you guys see. I think this is the only class that I have assault on. So I have Predator Missile, which is 5 kills, and Reaper, which is really good, but I barely get some kills in it, but it's a pretty good one though. And I have Pablo at the end, and the Reaper and the Pablo, other team's gonna like get fucked, they're all gonna rage, So that is my no rushing class, and we have 4 more classes to go. I know it's taking a little while. It's probably about like 30 minutes into the video. So for my third class, for my, I believe this is my 7th class, yes, this is the Cholo Low class. This class, I use it for rushing as well. And it's the best submachine gun, it's the highest rated submachine gun, like it has the second highest fire rate in the submachine gun category. And it's the PP90M1. And my proficiency on it is 2 attachments with rapid fire and silencer. I have it level 12, and I am kind of thinking of, getting it to at least a higher level, higher than 20, or probably from 20 and up. So that's the PP90M1. It is the best submachine gun. It has the weirdest reload magazine time, like it takes forever. That's why I use Sleight of Hand Pro as my first perk, and like when you reload, it has the weirdest reloading animation you can ever see. Like, that's the only gun in the game that like reloads really weird, so that's my primary, and then it's a submachine gun, of course. And so for my secondary, I have the FMG9. I'm about to get it akimbo. I have a silencer on it. It is a really good gun with the akimbo. It's very overrated. It's very, it's not underpowered, and it's a really good gun, even though they nerfed it a little bit from the akimbos with the fire rate. That's so. For my equipment, I have Bouncing Betty. It was made in Germany. It's German mine. They made it in World War II times. you know. So tactical, I have concussion grenade. It slows the enemy down and it blinds them for about like 10 to 15 or 20 seconds. So for my first perk, I have Sleight of Hand Pro, swaps weapons faster. And second perk, I have Hardline Pro. Every 2 assists counts as a kill toward your kill streak. It helps me a lot. It benefits me generally in a lot of ways as well. So my third perk is Dead Silence Pro, no falling damage, and the regular version is, you know, you can't hear the enemy footsteps. I mean, the enemy can't hear your footsteps. Sorry, excuse me. And so in that class, my strike package is a specialist loadout, and I use Scavenger Pro as my first perk, and Assassin Pro as my second perk, and Quick Drop Pro as my third perk. So that's my 7th class, and now just 3 more classes. So this is my quick scoping sniping class. I like quick scoping. I've been quick scoping ever since Modern Warfare 1. I really like quick scoping. I have the MSR, and I barely have it level 3. I barely quick scope actually in this game. The only time I quick scope is in Modern Warfare 3. And what is it? And so yeah, I have it. I'm sorry, that was somebody else knocking on my door. And so I have it level 3. I have it classic camo, I believe that's, yeah. So the MSR, it really helps me a lot. It like far range. And well, I really started sucking at quick scoping ever since, but it's okay. So for my secondary, I have the MP9 Silence, which is a really good secondary, as I am saying, as I said in my other classes as well. Silencer with it is it's just beast. Like I don't know, like secret you guys. I have a man orgasm with that. No, I'm just playing. But alright, so for my equipment, I have throwing knife and concussion grenade. As for my tactical, you know, alright, so first perk, Sleight of Hand Pro. Can never live without Sleight of Hand Pro at all. Second perk is Quick Draw Pro. Recover from equipment and grenade usage quicker. If you guys never knew, that was the pro perk. So for my third perk, I have Marksman. I am trying to get it pro. I almost have it pro. I believe I have 10 more kills and then I get it pro. If you guys want to ever get it pro, the way you have to do it is most of the time just use the sniper, get 50 kills with the sniper. Like hold your breath the whole time. Just like hold your breath like non-stop. Just hard scope the crap out of the enemies. So for my class, I have the specialist loadout again. I am so sorry if you guys are getting bored of the specialist loadout, but I just love the specialist. It helps me a lot. It benefits me in my XP. It generally just blows my head off. Like when I get all those specialist bonus perks. Like when you get the specialist bonus perks and you got it like 150 times, it give you 10,000 XP already. You know, like that build up your XP towards your next level. So that's my 8th class, I believe, and this is my 9th class. One more class, and you know the game. I mean, not the game. Well, the created class video is almost over. So this is my, what class is this? The 9th class. It is the MP7, which is generally just the beastest submachine gun there can ever be. I mean, I use 2 proficiencies on it every time. Tongue twister right there. I'm so sorry. So my 2 proficiency attachments are extended mags and rapid fire. Extended mags, it really helps me a lot because I spray so much with the MP7 that the ammo just quickly disappears. It's like magic right there, you know. So yeah, and rapid fire, it's really good. Rapid fire increases the rate of fire in this submachine gun, in this beautiful beauty. You know, it's just generally beautiful than, you know, more beautiful than a woman, I gotta say. I like playing Call of Duty. I'm in real life, of course. And secondary is the MP9 Silence. You'll never see me without a class without the MP9 Silence. So for my level, I have Semtex. For my tactical, I have the trophy system, which if you guys don't know how to use the trophy system, when you put the trophy system down, you can use it in domination, which is the best place ever. Domination, demolition, doesn't matter. And what it does is when you want to get protected by it, like put it wherever, and like it'll pretty much, if an enemy throws a flash, or if you throw the flash or a Semtex or whichever type of equipment, like it'll pretty much just explode it while it's coming to you in midair. So it's like you don't gotta worry about it, you know, pretty much killing you, you know. So for my first perk, I have extreme conditioning, sprint for longer distances. The pro version, I already had it. The pro version is you you pretty much go over things faster. You know, like when you're trying to bounce over things, it'll take a little bit, like probably about like half a second. But with Extreme Conditioning Pro, you'll go really fast. It'll be fascinating when you guys get the Pro perk. If you guys have already, you know what I mean. You know how to deal with it. So for my second perk, I have Hardline Pro, which, you know, every 2 assists counts as a kill toward your kill streak. Death streaks require 1 less kill, like always. Third perk, I have Stalker Pro and Delayed Detection Triggered Explosive, so you don't gotta worry about claymores or bouncing betties when you have this perk. So for my strike badge, I have the Specialist loadout. Again, it's probably not the last class you're gonna see it in. The next class I'm gonna have it, of course. So I have Sleight of Hand Pro, Scavenger Pro, and Assassin Pro, because, like, no lie, like, if you guys don't put Sleight of Hand on the MP7, it takes forever. The reload animation time is going to take forever. It's probably going to take about like 2.6 seconds. And so yeah, and that's my 9th class. So let's get on to my 10th class. This is the maybe Moab class, because I've gotten tons of Moabs with it. I've gotten some Moab fails with it. So let's get on. It's the P90 with kick and with silencer. I'm about to get it with 2 attachments, with rapid fire and silencer, which is gonna be the beastest ever. I have gotten this gun gold. I don't know why. Well, I have one reason. It's because I didn't have my HTP VR back then. But like, so the P90, it's a really beast gun. I believe it's from Russia. Its appearance was first made in COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. It's been in every single Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it is a really beast submachine gun. The people love it because of the extraordinary mag size. You know, it's like it has the largest mag capacity size in the whole entire game for any submachine gun or any, you know, any assault rifle, any sniper rifle. You know, it has the largest magazine size. So for my secondary, I have the MP9 with silencer. I'm just gonna let you guys know, you'll never see me without this weapon in any of my classes. So for my level, I have Semtex, and I have the portable radar. As I said, portable radar is a little mini UAV that benefits you generally for the whole entire team. It really just makes your day if you really need it. You know, if you're going on a little Moab streak or 2 away from real Moab, you need a UAV because your teammates haven't got any UAV. You know, just use the portable radar. Always keep it just in case you guys are on a little kill streak, you know. So for my first perk, I have Scavenger Pro, extra mags, of course. It's gonna give me a bunch of extra mags. If you strap on extended mags, I believe it's gonna give you, instead of 180 rounds, instead of 180 mag size, it's gonna give you about like instead of 180 mag size, it's probably going to give you about like a 280 mag round capacity, you know. So for my second perk, I have Hardline Pro, because once I don't want to get 2 kills or, you know, 1 capture and then a kill, you know, in order to get Sleight of Hand, because the reload animation time on the P90 takes forever. Generally, it just takes forever. So for my second perk, I have Hardline Pro. I think did I just say that? Oh my god, my mind's like out of control right now. I really don't even know what I just said, but it's 2 kills count, 2 assists towards your kill streaks. It really helps you a lot as well. So for my third perk, I have Dead Silence Pro, no falling damage. It really helps me a lot, of course, too. I don't want, you know, red blood all over the screen. It pisses me off a lot. So yeah, so I have the Strike package as my specialist loadout as well. Sleight of Hand, Blind Eye, and Assassin, because Blind Eye, I fucking hate just getting killed by attack helicopters, man. It really pisses me off. So yeah, that's all I have, people, and I hope you guys enjoy these classes. I hope you guys can even, like, you know, make your classes like mine, you know, see if you guys can get used to them, see if you guys like them. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed, and please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and rate my videos. It will help me a lot. And I love you guys. So yeah, peace.